Hey, welcome everybody in chat. Happy Sunday and welcome to the Asylum. I'm Mark Miller. I'll be the guy you got to put up with for the next hour or so. But I got good news. We have a guest tonight that does it all. I mean, you mentioned something in the treasure community, which is this is what this channel is all about. And my next guest here tonight does it all. I mean, gold mining, magnet fishing, metal detecting. She does it all. So, without further ado, it's my honor and my privilege to bring up the one and only Digging with the Age. All right.
Hi, everybody. I got to move this over so I can see the comments.
Oh, wrong one.
Oops.
Hold on.
There we are.
There we go. Now, we'll take you. Now we can get it to go. There it
Julie's in the
goes.
chat. Dan's in the chat. Reg Lab. Thomas 907. Very cool. Thank you, everybody. Brewers Prospecting. Banshee Mining.
All right. How do I get out of the cotton picking big screen here now? Settings. Nope.
You should have those different styles underneath our windows.
Yeah.
Of pictures.
Nope, not anymore. I went big screen for some reason. I don't know how to get
I
out
don't
of it.
remember how to do that.
I don't either. I'll figure it out as I sit here. So, since we're here, let's go on it. For those of you who've been living under a rock or just haven't been paying attention, this, my friends, is Digging with Deej. Tell us where you're out of and what you do and why you do it.
I'm out of mid-Michigan. I'm a treasure hunter from way back. I started as a kid digging in my grandfather's family farm dump. I think before I did that, we lived on a lake in North Oakland County during the summer. My parents bought this little bitty cabin and fixed it up, and I would explore all the fields and woods around that lake. And I found probably a 40s or 50s bottle dump and found every kind of pop bottle under the sun, I swear. And I remember one night laying in bed and hearing my mom talk to my grandma and grandpa across the state saying, I don't know what has gotten into her, but she's digging in dumps, in old dumps. And bringing these dirty bottles home, and she's just cleaning them up, and they're old-fashioned bottles. And Grandpa said, well, bring her over here. He says, I've got a dump that goes back to her great-grandfather that she can dig in. So, but that's how I got started. And as a teenager, those that knew I did that for fun thought it was kind of weird. So, but I was a tomboy. I wasn't afraid to get dirty. So,
Oh, that's cool. Now, next question I got for you is how long have you been on YouTube?
Let's see. I think it will be my 5-year anniversary is coming up. Jeez. Sometime between August and I think it's October 27th, 3 days before Halloween. I think, if I'm remembering the correct date, but it'll be 5 years this fall.
So, how did you come up with your channel name?
I'm always digging in the dirt, and Deej is my nickname. I do not go by my real name.
No.
I had a situation when I first started on YouTube where somebody from Alpena showed up at my work looking for me unannounced. And it was just a real touch and go situation. So I go by Deej. Deej is my nickname.
Cool.
So those closest to me call me Deej.
Mm. Well, I know you do it all. You do the camping, the bottle digging, the rock hounding. I mean, you do it all. Is there
Well,
any hobbies
I'm
that
a
you
Girl
have
Scout from way back.
that?
So that's, and then I used to build forts as a kid. And then my mom and dad got me into scouting. I was a Girl Scout, um, graduated from senior scouting to Mariner Scout,
Wow.
sold enough cookies to go to Mystic Seaport, Connecticut. I think I was there for 10 days or 2 weeks and helped learn to sail a 62-foot sloop, the Joseph Conrad,
Wow.
and that. But I mean, my dad's was a hardworking blue collar worker. They couldn't afford to send me to places like that. So I
Exactly.
had to get creative. My dad did help me with a newspaper drive. I did that first, went door to door when it was safe for kids to knock on doors,
Yeah, back
asking
then.
people for their old newspapers. And then I'd bring my wagon back and pile it up in the garage. And my dad borrowed the company truck from the company he worked for, or the van, and we hauled them to recycling and did that for like 6 months. And then we had the Girl Scout cookie sale, and I raised the rest of the money through that. So to go on that trip.
There you go.
The camping aspect of my channel came later because after what our whole world has experienced the last 2 years, it took its toll on many businesses, and amongst those was the hotels. So when things came back online again, I was invited up to a tourist area. And of course, those hotels were more expensive. And I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't afford $200 a night for a hotel. I mean, I'm on a Social Security check every month. I don't work anymore. I'm retired now. So I was talking to Metal Pirate Girl, a friend of mine in New York that I met through YouTube. And she said, you should do SUV camping. Me and my friends do it. And there is an awning you can get for your car. And that's how it all started. I bought the awning, most of the camping equipment I already had. So what little I spent more than paid for it the first weekend of camping.
Cool.
So an economical way for me to collaborate with other YouTubers that may be farther away than I'm willing to drive in one day. So
Yeah. Yeah. If you've got some way to camp no matter where you're at, that's just handy. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, do you have any other hobbies beside what you do on YouTube? I mean, stuff you don't show on
Um
YouTube that you like to do?
I used to have a eBay store for 13 years.
Oh, yeah.
Um
Wow.
I'm a retired florist first, and I retired with my flower shop before I went to work for the company that I recently retired from. So I'm a florist by trade. Um, what else? Family historian was handed down to me by my great aunt when she was 98 years old. So I've been a genealogist and worked on my family and my mom's and my dad's family history and other friends on and off for over 40 years.
Wow.
What else? But on my eBay store, there there are a lot of doll collectors out there. And I made accessories for high-end dolls because the companies didn't make their own accessories. So I
Wow.
would find something at a thrift store and transform it into something that would work for one of these higher end dolls and customize it. And it was real popular. Some of them are really for really tiny dolls and some are for bigger dolls. Um, I can show you. Half my
Yeah, if you will.
studio is from when I had my store.
Uh,
This is a customized Barbie Coffin.
Oh, wow.
I love
All right.
Halloween. It's kind of dusty. I love
Yeah, it's
Halloween, and
my favorite time of the year.
I found out that all over Europe they were into goth, which is similar to Halloween. So, but this is made of this face with the spider on it. That's made of clay and then hand painted. And
Wow.
that, and I went to an auction with my dad. The auction was at a place that they were auctioning off machinery because my dad was a machinist. Well, they had other things they were auctioning off too, and they had a giant crate, like on a forklift on a pallet, filled with these little coffins.
Wow.
I got it for like $100. My
Oh,
dad thought I was nuts.
yeah, look at what you made off of them
And when
too.
I started putting these on YouTube, they were going like hotcakes. Like I would take Barbie castles and repaint them and customize them and make spooky gothic castles, things like that.
Wow. Cool.
Until, and I did that for 13 years until eBay just got so ridiculous with their rules
Oh, yeah.
and the shipping got outrageous. And I just said,
Never mind.
I've
Yeah.
got $100,000 worth of inventory in my basement. But people don't want to pay $4 to $6 to ship something this little.
I don't blame them, really.
So I just stopped. I mean, I figured I can always go back to it or I can sell it. You know, a lot of my best customers still contact me and say, "Do you have anything that would work for this?" And I'll send them pictures and, you know,
Hmm.
they'll send me a check and boom, I mail it to them. So, but
Cool. Yeah, as long as they're going to pay for the shipping, why not? Yeah,
right, right.
exactly.
But that's probably it. Um, I'm a
Cool.
gardener, but I've shown that on YouTube. I did that through the virus years.
Hmm.
So,
Now, do you have a bucket list item that you haven't found yet that you really want to find, no matter what you're doing? I mean,
hmm.
detecting or magnet fishing or
I
anything.
found my top bucket list relic. Let's see, where did I put that? I'm trying to think where it's at. There it is. And everybody told me, why would you put that on your list? You're never going to find that.
Oh, famous last words.
It's very rare. They are very rare. You don't see them very often. This is part of a GAR badge. Okay. My great great grandfather was a member of the GAR, Grand Army of the Republic. He was
Okay,
a
I was going to
Union
ask you.
soldier in the Civil War
Cool.
and that. And I have a picture of him and he was cavalry, okay? He's got his cavalry hat, he's wearing his suit, he's got a GAR pin and he's got a GAR hat pin. So, my top bucket list relic that I want to find next is a GAR hat pin.
The hat pin. So that's a lapel pin?
No, a hat pin.
No.
It's like a
Yeah.
hat badge. It
But the
says
one that you have,
GAR,
okay, the
but it's
one that
for
you
the
have
hat.
is a lapel? Okay.
No, the one I've got is for the lapel, and it would have had
Yeah.
a ribbon, red, white, and blue ribbon, which I'm sure rotted away.
Oh, yeah, many
And then
years
at the
ago.
bottom of it would have been a medal.
Ooh, too bad you
And
couldn't
the
find the rest
medal
of it.
would have proclaimed that they were part of the Grand March
Oh,
on
okay.
Pennsylvania
That's what
Avenue.
that was for. Okay.
Now, this that I found doesn't that wasn't from my great great grandfather, that
Well,
GAR.
no, but
That was from a permission I have. And that so every year I go back there trying to find a medal. Because I
I
mean,
don't
if the
blame you.
top fell off, if the top is there, you'd think the medal would be there somewhere.
You'd think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
crazy.
but that's my top bucket list relic that I found already. And then the next one I want to find is the hat pin, which it says GAR, and then it has like ferns or something, olive branches around it, like in a U.
Okay.
And that. My top bucket list coin I want to find. Let's see. I think I want to find a trime or something seated. I've never dug anything seated.
Uh, See, I have yet. So when we meet at Flash Bash, I have yet to get together with people who do metal detecting and learn from, because I've been doing metal detecting, but with cheap Radio Shack old, you'd get a kick out of these old machines that I've got. I
Hmm
should actually go show
Some
you
of
one.
those old machines were really good, though.
Oh
They
yeah,
were
the
more
old Radio
geared
Shack.
towards silver.
Yep, I got Radio Shackers with the old needle
Hmm
bumpers, and they
hmm
work. They still work perfectly to this day.
That's
And
cool.
the one I have from Radio Shack is the one I found my first gold ring with. In 1987, I found it,
Uh-huh.
and it was a return. And the guy said they lost it in 1964, and I found it in 1987. And
Wow.
they were still alive. So I got a hold of the it had an inscription inside, and I recognized the name, and I went through the phone book, and the fifth one that I called said that belonged to his great grandfather down in Georgia.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had him call Grandpa, and because I figured it was a woman's ring, it was small enough.
hmm
And Grandpa called me and says, "Well, what do you want for a reward?" Because I told him what I found, and I want to give it back to him. He said, "Well, what do you want for a reward?" I told him, "I want you to put it back on her finger and ask her to marry you again."
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
he cried, and I was in tears, and
Oh, my
that was one of the
gosh.
best.
That's
That was one
great.
of the best,
That's
and it was my
great.
first gold ring find. So
That's awesome. I've
yeah,
not done a ring return yet. I have done, I had one of my permissions, one of the owners of my permissions, asked me, they had lost a key to the shed at the farm, and it had been lost for 3 months. She goes, I really hate to bother you. I said, what do you mean bother me? This is what I love to do. It'll take me,
yeah,
10 minutes to find it probably.
yeah. It's not a
And
bother. It's more
it took
fun.
10 minutes. And
Yep.
I had found it for her. She goes, thank God. And
Yeah.
then she says, well, you may have trouble. I said, why? She goes, it's a reproduction. It goes to this lock, and it was a heart-shaped reproduction lock to look like the 1800s ones. And I
Okay.
said, oh, I know what skeleton keys sound like.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
So,
got a couple. Yeah.
and that, so, but, yeah, how I got started metal detecting. I'd always wanted a metal detector. Even as a kid, I asked for a metal detector. And I was told by my dad that it was a boy's hobby. Okay.
Yeah. That was
He didn't
back in
know
the
any
day.
better
Yeah.
then. And that. And so later on in life, I was dating a guy, and we were together one evening, and he goes, you know how we were going to go out for dinner this weekend? He says, can we change it to Monday night instead of the weekend? I said, sure, why? And he goes, because I forgot I'm supposed to go metal detecting with my buddies. I said, really? I said, can I go? I would always wanted to try that. He goes, really? I said, yeah. And
Oh
he
yeah.
took me out. The guys said it was fine. He took me out detecting. They had a permission for a farm field that used to have a German grocery store. And it
Oh.
was just farm field now. It was a German grocer, and it was in a German community of Michigan. And my first coin that I dug was a German 1 Pfennig, the equivalent of one of our pennies.
Mhm.
And I was so thrilled. I was hooked right then and there. And he's like, oh, I dig hundreds of those. I hate them darn things.
Well,
And
then get
that,
out of the way and let me find them. Yeah.
yeah, and that. And he kept giving me all he found. I mean, I said, well, still dig
So,
him up. I want him.
yeah. No
And
doubt.
that. So, but that's how I got started. And then shortly after he taught me to metal detect, the following spring, because that was in the fall, the following spring, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Ah,
And
bummer.
I went through 14 months of treatments, and we started metal detecting again after I got through it. And 6 months after that, Rich dropped dead of a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't like it.
So A handful of years went by, and my boys asked me, Mom, what do you want for Christmas? I said, I want a metal detector. What do you want one of those for? I've always wanted one. I was detecting with Rich when he was alive, and I was using one of his machines. And I want a machine of my own. It'll get me out. It'll get me active again. So they bought me my first detector. And then when they started, when my oldest, I would send him pictures with my phone, what I was finding. And he's like, Mom, you are finding good stuff. You need to be on YouTube. And I'm like, what is a YouTube? So then he and his son taught me about YouTube. He and my
Well, that's
grandson.
cool. Well, I'm glad they did, by golly. Now, if you weren't doing YouTube, what do you think you'd be doing if you didn't have a YouTube channel? Pretty much the same thing, or you off doing
Um,
something else? I know how much time YouTube takes
I
up in
you
your
know,
day.
traveling, what I could afford to do, traveling. Um, or building a cabin up north or something, you know.
Cool.
So, but yeah, definitely not sitting at home for my retirement. Definitely not.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, when I retired, it was one of the best days of my life. I went, oh, finally free. Well, now I'm so cotton picking busy that I've retired. I don't have time for nothing now. It's terrible.
That's kind of what's happened with YouTube for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I did not want to retire. It was a situation where the company I worked for, they were friends. They put the business up for sale, and the people buying it, they were able to save everybody's job but me. And I was the oldest person working there. So, I mean, they couldn't control what happened, what another person would do. I don't
Just
blame
figure
my
stuff.
old bosses. They were great bosses and that, but I kind of was really disgusted. And, you know, my boy said, Mom, you need to retire. You know, you can afford to retire and that. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, I had no choice in retiring. I got hurt, and a year and a half later, when I could walk again, I tried working some more for about 2 years, and I just couldn't do it no more. I just said nope.
oh, wow.
Sold my half of everything and went, yeah, I'm done.
I know what it's like to be hurt. I mean, I have a back injury that I have to be careful with, and
Yeah.
that flares up usually once every year. It did a teeny bit this year, but not bad. But I was very lucky the last 2 years during COVID, it did not flare up.
Oh, good,
So,
good. Yeah. I fell 40 feet off a roof and broke a whole bunch of stuff underneath. Couldn't walk for a year and a half. So that
oh
was
my
fun.
oh my God. I remember when my boy's dad and I were building our first house. The builder went up, we climbed the stairs and we're on the top floor, which the walls weren't all in and everything. And I turned around and was talking and backed up and fell out of the second story, flat on my back into a sand pile. Knocked the wind
Ooh,
out of me. Luckily, didn't break anything,
glad
but
you hit sand, boy, I'll tell you.
phew, it still
Yeah.
hurt with sand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Next question is, what is your favorite part about having a YouTube channel? You got a favorite part of it? Some people like to create, other people like to be the star, other people like to be behind the scenes.
I
You
kind of
know,
like a little bit of everything. For me, when I watch somebody's video, for me, it's always about the journey, not so much about what they find, but their creativity
you
and
know how they
about the journey. Okay.
and how they go
Um,
about it.
but I love how most people in the community are very giving and very thoughtful and kind to each other and support each other.
Most.
Um,
Yeah.
I love meeting like-minded people in person. I probably like that's one of the top things that I like about being on YouTube. I've been fortunate enough to go to a couple events and actually get to meet people and that, and dig with people in different kinds of treasure hunting. I do love editing videos. For me, it's about creating the journey.
Yeah,
So,
to
and I
put it
just
out
want
there.
to share my experience. So many of my subscribers, I would say at least 10 to 15% of my subscribers are handicapped and can't go do things that I do. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have been told so many times that they live vicariously through me. So I work really hard. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to myself. And I will work on something until it is just right. I like I said, I'm my own worst enemy.
Yeah.
But for
No,
me, it's about creating a journey for those that may not be able to get out and do these things.
cool. Cool. I like it. I like the different answers I get when I ask that question because you never know, you know.
Mhm.
If there's one famous a YouTuber that you would haven't met yet, but would you like to meet? Who do you think that would be?
That I haven't met yet.
Yeah, that you would like to meet.
That's a tough one. I probably have
Yeah,
one in every aspect of treasure hunting.
yeah, me too. It's a tough question.
Um, I would love to go rock hunting with me miner. So that's rock hunting. Um, or mining with him, whatever you want to call that. Let's see. I would like to go bottle digging with Kevin, the traveling bottle digger in Canada.
Okay.
Let's see. I would love to go. Um, See, I've met some of these people though. Metal
Yeah.
detecting. Who do I want to go metal detecting that I haven't met yet? Because I've met so many of them. I've met Jocelyn. I've met Gypsy. Um, Quarter Hoarder. A bunch of them. Let's see. Who do I want to metal detect with next? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough
It's a
question.
tough one because there's so many good ones. They're all good in
Yeah.
that, but I think I would like to go metal detecting with Roseanne. I'm trying to remember the name of her channel. She's the co-host on The Dark Knight Detectorist
Oh, Dark Knight
on
from over
on
across
Jason's
across the
live
pond.
stream. That Roseanne.
Yeah.
I would love to go detecting with Roseanne. I think we would have a blast. And we may get that chance
Oh yeah.
this fall.
Ah, excellent. I hope you do. All
So,
right. Now you say your biggest influence from starting the YouTube channel was pretty much your boys, eh? Saying, "Mom, you got to start a YouTube channel."
yeah, that, but I didn't know anything about how to start a YouTube channel. My grandson helped me with some of it. Um, but I do remember watching Gypsy on YouTube years ago when she first started. And
Okay.
it just made me want to get into it even more
There you go. Well, do you
because
have any plans
she
on
got
doing
into it and there
anything?
weren't very many women
No,
in
that's
the
for sure.
hobby. And there still
You
weren't very many women when I got into it.
no, there's really still there aren't when you look at it real close.
There
You know,
there are now about 150 of us
oh, that many
on
of them.
YouTube. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Last year I think I had 129 on
Wow.
my YouTube Women of Metal Detecting, and I didn't get them all. There's more. I've seen more since then. So
Yeah, they keep
I'm
adding.
guessing we're going to be close to 150.
Every 6 months it seems to grow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something else. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to do is just get you out there and let everybody in the chat and everybody watching let them know who you are. And
Yep.
what do you
Oh,
say we
there's
get
Ron
together
F.
and
I see Ron F.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you say we get together and say hello to the chat?
Yeah.
Here we go. Hi, guys.
Yep. Brian F., which I believe we
MHP.
met at Flash Bash.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah, Flash Bash. Ooh, it's coming up, you guys.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
coming.
wait.
That's why I'm hurrying to get my Jeep fixed up.
Yeah,
Get
see, now
get it
last
running.
year, I am not any seasoned or experienced gold prospector by any means.
Mm,
I am a newbie, okay? I went to Flash Bash. Don, my friend of Detection Connection, and I went to Flash Bash last year. And we had a blast.
yeah.
We had a blast, and I won 2 of those plastic gold sluices.
Okay.
I won the first one, and then they drew my raffle ticket, and I won another one. And I'm trying to decide which one I want. I turned around and I looked at Don. I said, "Are you going to come back with me next year if I get you one?" He goes, "Yeah." So I
Oh, yeah.
grabbed. I had 2 of them,
Yeah.
and that we still have not panned our concentrates from last year. They are
No?
still sitting in a bucket in Don's garage. I said, we
Okay.
need to bring those with us this year so we
That
can
proves
pan them out.
that proves right there that you're not a gold miner, because the gold miner
Right,
couldn't stand
right.
it being sitting there.
Yep.
You'd have to go through it.
Because I would rather do it under the supervision of Ed or Jesse or Dano
Somebody who knows what they're doing.
to
Yeah.
make sure, because I mean, yeah, they taught me, but I'm not experienced and I don't want to
Yeah.
mess it up.
Well, I started gold mining when I was 6 years old. My father took me. We lived in California in Anaheim, and he took me out to the river, and he says, I was watching what he was doing. I was trying to mimic him, as all little boys do to their fathers. He
Hmm.
told me the only good words I ever remember coming out of that man's mouth were, "Money don't grow on trees, boy, but I'll show you how to dig it out of the ground."
Oh, wow.
And once I saw that first little shiny gold in there at 6 years old, something hit me inside my head, and I went, "That's what I
Yeah.
want to do." I've been doing it
Yeah.
ever since, so I've been doing it
Yeah.
a long time. Now I've dabbled
There's
in
there's still
detecting.
6 tickets left.
Oh yeah, there's still six. But I've dabbled in metal detecting, but I've just done sparse. I don't know a lot
Hmm.
about it, and I've only used these cheap Radio Shackers and Bounty Hunters and garbage
Now,
like that.
Bounty Hunter is a good machine. You can still find stuff with a Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, I had two of them, and JP Lawns asked for one. He said I need a metal detector, so I sent him one. I
Hmm.
don't use it hardly ever at all, so I figured, well, why not? He
Right.
can give it
Well,
to
I'm going to
somebody else.
bring all 3 of my machines in case anybody wants to learn. So I'm going to
So,
bring them to Flash Bash and that.
yeah, I'm
Um,
looking forward to learning something a little bit more about metal detecting than I know. I'm
right.
not even going to bring one. I'm just going to watch and listen and ask questions.
Right.
That's the way for me. So, hey, let's say hi to a couple more people. Dan Burrows,
Okay.
Park Rat Pat,
Park Rat Pat's in the
Park
house.
Rat's in here, Chef V's in here, Justin from MHP, Guido, my man, Rocky Mountain Life, Rob, welcome.
Yep. Rob of
Some
Rocky
good
Mountain
work
Life.
out there in
JP
Colorado
Lawns and
too, I
more.
see. Yeah,
And the Bulldogs and Mrs. JP.
yeah.
I have
And
got the best picture of them Bulldogs.
Can Do Veteran, what's up, brother?
Banshee Mining, Julie. She's got a
Yeah,
cool
don't you
video
here?
she just put up today.
Oh, I missed it. I was working in the garage all day.
Yeah,
I just
she
looked up and it was
attempted to crush gold bearing rock that she got from somebody and then pan it out.
cool.
Let's
Ron F.
see.
He's
HD
in.
Shovelhead. I met him
He's
last
in.
year at Flash Bash.
Yep.
See, still scrolling.
And scroll down to the bottom here. There's JP Lawns, Thomas 907. All of our boys are here.
Reg Lab.
Yeah.
Reg
Go ahead.
Lab's
There's a
here.
certain portion of the
Brewers
show where I ask.
Prospecting.
Yeah, there's a certain portion of the show, Deej, where I'll ask you your permission if we bring a couple people in that want to ask questions of you,
Sure.
if that's okay.
That's
All
fine for
right.
me.
All right, guys that are paying attention, let me throw the link out there. Okay, it's clipped. let me throw the link out there. If you guys want to come in and ask Deej a question, feel free to do so if you want to. So there's the link. If you guys want to come in and ask Deej a couple questions, something that I might not have thought of, because I'm just the interviewer. I don't think of everything. But I've been
One
looking
thing I
forward
would
to
like
this.
to try is crystal mining.
Crystal mining? Wow.
Oh, yeah. I would
I've-
love to try that. I don't even know where to go in Michigan. There's got to be some somewhere.
Yeah, I found a few crystals up here. I found a few actual. I'll show you. I got rid of I gave away the other half of the crystal that I dug, but I dug this piece of pyrite.
Wow.
Look at the size of that monstrosity.
Holy smokes. Those
Yep.
are normally little teenies.
Yeah,
That's
normally.
huge.
Yes, it is. Well, I saw the gold in the side of the thing, and I started getting excited. Miners are that way.
Right.
Until I hit it, and a piece chipped off of it, and I went, nope, that's not gold, that's pyrite. And I tried to get some of the garbage off of here, the concretion that's on it, and I chipped it. I chipped the corner off of it trying to get those off, and I went,
no.
We'll leave the rest of them on there. Kind of
Right.
looks good that way.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest specimens I've ever found.
No, I would love to find topaz, aquamarine,
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
quartz crystals, simple quartz crystals. I would love to find those, but I have no, I don't know anything about that stuff. But I would like to learn.
Yeah, like aquamarine. The only problem I would have with going after aquamarine is you got to go up on them cotton picking mountains.
Yep.
And
yeah,
I don't think my walking days are going to allow me to do that.
Right. Right.
Reg Lab, thank you for being here, buddy. Reg. Brewers is here. Hip B is here. Oh, Hip B. We're getting celebrity status all over the place tonight. Hey, Wes. Good to have you. Yeah, that's the biggest piece of pyrite I've ever seen, as far as one that I actually found myself.
Wow.
So I was digging in the side of a hill, thinking, well, I'm just going to go see what's in here, and I hit the what I thought was a bedrock outcropping.
Mm-hmm.
Turned out to be a shelf that was laying over going this way. And when
right.
I dug it out, like I say, I was chipping away at it just to see what was in there, and there comes that gold. I saw a strip of that log, and I went, gold, until I hit it. And then when it chipped, I knew, nope.
Oh, bummer.
I dug it out anyway.
I was surprised that is pyrite really that soft?
Actually, it's not soft. It'll chip and break
brittle.
because it's so brittle. Whereas gold, if you take a piece of pyrite and a piece of gold and set them on a rock and take a hammer to them, the pyrite will powder, where the gold will just flatten.
Right.
Is so much malleable, I think they call it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how I knew right away it wasn't gold because it chipped right off. Right. No. Would have folded up.
I'm a newbie. I'm eager to learn. So
yeah. If it would have folded up and dented like gold does, I would have dug that whole mountainside out. I don't care.
Right.
By hand. But that's the only piece I found. And then about half a mile away, I found my plate. It was a crystal plate. About, I'd say that wide, that tall, about that thick of white crystal.
Wow.
White quartz crystal. And when I set it down, I took it out of there real carefully and set it down, and it broke in half.
Oh, bummer.
My buddy says, well, I'll give you $250 for one half of that. I said,
oh, deal. Park Rat Pat's in your back room.
And then years later here, about, I don't know, must have been last year sometime, I gave it away in a drawing. We're helping one of the community members. I gave the other half away. I don't care. Mm-hmm. It's just a rock. Don't bother me. I'll find more.
Right.
I spend so much time in the woods nowadays that I'll find another one.
Look in your back room, Mark. Park Rat Pat says he's in the back room. Hi, Patrick.
How are you doing, Deej?
Good.
Yeah, I was over here looking this way. I was over here looking at I didn't even see you come in. So
I'm sitting there going, hello. Oh, well.
I was looking at her talking. I wasn't paying any attention.
Shoot. Last time I was on a stream with Deej was when she was down visiting Amy.
Yep.
that was a while ago.
Yeah,
I-
you were supposed to go digging with us, and something happened, and you couldn't go.
Yeah, there's something always happening, damn it.
Yeah,
But
that's the way of it.
I do have a question
Okay.
because I thought about this last night. We were at JP's bar and I was talking about that live stream with you girls and what I typed that her daughter repeated, which was
yeah.
still funny.
That was wild.
But my question is, how's your sticker jacket coming?
I still have it. I
Still-
still have it, and it's almost full.
Adding to it? Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I had to start a sticker album. I took a scrapbook because I just started over with a sticker album I could add pages to, because I mean it's down the arms, it's down the sides, the front, the back.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot left.
That is like the ultimate advertising. The last time I saw it, you were like doing the back and everything else was like a lot of available territory.
Right.
And then I hadn't seen it since, but
Yeah, I
miss
should
a
bring
lot of
that up
stuff.
on a live stream, show what room is left on it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So,
And remember, I can make really mini stickers now. So if you've got
Yeah.
little spaces to fill, we can do that. But
yeah,
that was my big question. I was wondering about the status of the sticker jacket. I
right.
thought, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now we started a sticker guitar here that we're going to bring to Flash Bash too and fill it full
Mm-hmm.
of stickers. It's
Mhm.
getting there. It's
I'm
starting
working on a special sticker for the guitar.
That's cool.
I made a few custom stickers, but one of them in particular, I put a lot of work into.
Mhm.
Where is that? I think I've got it.
Portrait right there.
Giveaway.
That's
And I
looking good.
cannot find. I have redone the photograph for this to make it even sharper, and no one will make this in a
Why?
t-shirt for me.
I could do that.
They
Oh.
they claim it is not a sharp enough image. I'm going, what do you mean? I took the photograph myself with a tripod. What do you mean it's not sharp enough?
If you can send me the image, I can do it.
Okay. How much do t-shirts cost?
Depending on the size, I can keep the price the same up until 1X, and then at 2X, the prices of the shirts starts
Well,
going up.
most of mine will be, large, extra large.
Oh yeah, those easy enough. And depending on the size, if you want like a pocket design or a back design or whatever, but you're looking at under $15.
Okay.
No.
No, I don't want anything that's written on the back. I don't need anything on the back. I just wanted like that image about yay big on the front.
Yep, like in the pocket area kind of thing.
Probably centered, maybe.
If there is a pocket on it, most t-shirts don't have pockets.
That's why I say just the pocket area, off to the
Right.
left or off to the right.
The problem is Teespring does a terrible job with that, because on women, the logo ends up on the boob.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and-
You
And
know,
it's
go
like,
far
no,
from
I
that.
want it more towards the shoulder, dude.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
we
if
can't
they-
do that. That's why I don't have a Teespring.
If they don't know what they're doing, then it'll end up on the side of the boob. And I always ask when I'm doing shirts for women, it's like, not to be insensitive, but what size are you? Because
Yeah.
that can make a difference on
Right.
where the image goes.
Right, for sure.
I've had quite a few that looked great when they were done. I put it right where they wanted, and she puts the shirt on, and it's over here, off to the side. It's like,
Right.
Now we got to redo that.
Right.
Yeah.
I want the logo like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Shoulder
reversed
pad.
on the other side.
Well, even with the collar and over about 3 inches, that
Right.
works. This way it's upper chest
Yeah.
and not on the breast.
The other problem I'm having trouble with is a lot of them don't offer purple or lavender shirts.
If it's out there, it can be done. And
Mhm.
and this is what I tell a lot of people. If you've got the shirts, send me the shirts, I can do it.
Okay.
If shipping becomes an issue, which it has lately, I can make the image. And if we're talking a small enough image like, that big, I can can send it to you and you can iron it on yourself,
Okay.
saving even more money.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? I
Okay.
mean, yeah, I like making profit as much as the next guy, but I didn't start making shirts and stickers with the idea of making profit. It was the idea of saving money for the people in the community.
Right.
When I went to get shirts made, and they're like, "Oh, it's $25 a shirt or $20 a shirt if you buy 10 or more," and it's like, I can't be giving away $20 shirts. I got 200
Yeah.
subscribers.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly. It's like,
what are you
hello.
thinking? And if anybody was going to buy one of my shirts, I wouldn't feel right about charging them a high price like that. So
Well, I
the
had
cost needs
gotten
to
a
be low.
very good. I had gotten a very good price from a guy that made shirts for Amy. Not the Amy you know. Amy that passed away. Uber girl Amy Smith.
Yeah.
And that was during COVID, and it's like he dropped off the face of the earth. I don't know if something happened or what. He offered me $8.50 a shirt, and I said, "You got it, you got it. I need this, X number of shirts."
Yeah.
And then I never heard any more back. It was like, what in the world?
Probably because during the COVID, the prices went up extremely high, and then
Everything's gone up, and
then for the longest time, I couldn't get black shirts because everything was being used for Lives Matters shirts. Same with the hoodie.
Okay.
And it was like, and then somebody comes to me in October wanting pink shirts, and it's like, if you're going to order pink shirts, you got to do it a couple months before Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or there is no supply out there.
Right.
And so you can't wait till the last minute on that stuff.
Right.
Now, your colors you're talking about are great Easter colors. So those are the colors you want to be ordering in like February while they're still available, because the closer you get to Easter, the less of a supply there is.
Right. But the only other colors I'd be interested in would be gray, forest green, and blue.
Excellent.
And then for the women that are interested, purple, purple and lavender, if they're both available.
Oh yeah, definitely. And again, that's the thing. If y'all can find a deal at your local Walmart where, winter's coming and they've got all the summer stuff on clearance, load up and I can send you the graphics to put on yourself.
Right.
And then you don't have to keep a supply of different sizes. If you've got 10 of those sitting on go and someone says, "I want a yellow shirt." Okay, great. You pull out one of your yellow shirts, put it on there and ship it off to them.
Right.
Then your whole cost is, under $7.
Yeah. Well, it was like Dollar Tree had T-shirts last year. T-shirts. And I mean, they were not flimsy. They were good T-shirts. I was like shocked. And I bought a few, but I bought them for me, But they had no extra larges. They were all either kid sizes or mediums and larges. That was it.
The problem I've had with some people have brought
they
me
were 100%
shirts.
cotton, so they would have shrank.
Yeah. Some of the shirts people have brought me to do, I can tell that the Dollar Tree shirts, because they're usually factory seconds, so there's something uneven about them. But a lot of them, when I do the press, because I've got a 15 by 15 press, that area, the color of the shirt changes, and it never goes back because of the heat. Because of the heat,
that's weird.
Into the ink, and it's like, okay, this is what we're going to run into.
This isn't going to work.
I'm going to have to go to my supplier and get the shirts for $2.50 a piece.
Right.
Sorry, but we try.
Yeah.
We try as much as we can.
I got the feeling
I will have to get with you because I want to do like a bi-monthly drawing for my members. And give them something like a shirt or a coffee mug, something like that. Give, a winner.
And bandanas are also good. I know people love bandanas. They love canned coolies. And now I'm also doing buttons, which I'm sure you've seen a few of the channels.
I've already got buttons. Yeah.
They've got the buttons going, and I've been able to give good deals on that because, I buy like 1,000 at a time.
Right.
So,
like I said, when you get back home, Pat, I got the feeling you think you're busy now. Wait.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I got so many things lined up right now. I got at least 6 jobs lined up. I'm chomping at the bit to do it. And I was talking to my wife today, and she was like, you may just have to buy more equipment. And I'm like, okay, between the printer and the cutter and the presses, and we're looking at like $1,500 worth of stuff here.
Wow.
To get me rolling. And then watch, as soon as it arrives, the sister-in-law will be like, oh, I'm good now, you can go home.
Oh geez. Yeah.
Pack it in the car and take it with you. Yep.
Yeah, well, I got so many reloading supplies.
Mm-hmm.
The car is going to be full.
Right.
Because that was my inheritance from Jerry. I got tons and tons of ammo and all the reloading supplies and dies and tumblers and presses and forges, and so that'll be something coming up next. You could win a case of Park Rat ammo.
Oh my.
YouTube's
gonna love you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they already
They're not gonna like that.
Just kidding, YouTube. Just kidding.
Yeah. But I got a feeling, you're gonna be really busy by the time you hit the house.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's good.
I can't wait to get home. And yes, I miss my wife, and yes, I miss my dog, and I miss my spot on the couch and my little place in the garage. But more importantly, I miss being warm. I'm sick and tired of being freaking cold.
It's chilly. It is chilly here in the 60s today.
No, man, we'd been lucky to get to the 40s today. It's freaking
Where are
cold.
you at?
I'm in Idaho right now.
Oh, well, no wonder. And at night, it's going down to freezing probably.
I've been here for like 3 weeks. I'll probably be here for another month or more. And it's like, I'm tired of being cold.
What are you doing over there?
My brother-in-law and sister-in-law have a place in Florida. They come down for the winter, and he passed away.
Oh,
so she won't fly. I drove her home, and I'm helping her with things around the house and getting stuff settled and taking care of Jerry's stuff and, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I can't be like in a hurry to get out of here because she's going through a lot. And for some reason, I don't know, maybe she was an a-hole in a former life, but God has chosen me to be her support.
Oh, wow.
So here we go.
That's good that you're there to help her.
It is a blessing, I feel blessed that I'm actually free enough in life that I can do this without being like, I'm losing a paycheck. I told my people at work it was only going to be, I don't have to deal with any of that.
Right.
Praise God. And the food is off the hook. Okay. I mean, this is the second time since I've been here that she made salmon. It was completely different than the first time. It was so flaky and wonderful. And she put like this mayonnaise glaze on it.
She probably poached it.
No, it was baked. And right toward the end, she layered it with mayonnaise and let that soak in.
Never make it with sour cream dill sauce.
Oh, she made it. And then off on the side, fresh peas from last year's garden. I mean, I'm going to gain weight while I'm here, but it's freaking awesome.
Well, no, salmon metabolizes pretty fast. That shouldn't make you gain weight.
Yeah, well, elk doesn't, and moose doesn't, and bear doesn't, so all these other exotic meats I'm eating are pretty well putting it to me.
Yeah. The Jerry that passed was a hunter.
Okay.
Yeah, like big time hunter.
My boy's dad took my youngest out west, pronghorn hunting and a few other. So he's got quite the racks on the wall. So
I quit hunting about 15, 16 years ago. I found myself out in the middle of the wilderness. It was 42 below with a wind chill. There was a snotsicle from my nose all the way to my crotch, and I thought, what am I doing out here? I said, no, that's enough. I'm done. I just don't like being out there freezing my butt off and then have to work your butt off once you shoot the darn thing. Nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
There's
be a volunteer for the Michigan Moose Survey, so I used to track moose in the
Oh,
summertime. So,
oh,
and make maps of their feeding patterns and things like that.
cool.
now it's a lot of work to get into hunting. And I've had like my friend Trevor. He's like, it took us 6 hours to hike into this place. We were there for about a half an hour. I bagged a trophy elk. It took 3 days to pack it out of there.
Oh yeah.
It's
Wow.
like, dang,
And then
6
hope
hours.
like heck that a grizzly doesn't take it away from you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that sounds like a fun way to spend a winter week.
I'm not real fond of elk, so I don't care for the taste of elk. I love venison.
Mhm.
Bear is good.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I've tried.
We had 4 mountain lions in the driveway a few days ago.
Oh, I believe it.
Thankfully, they were on the other side of the gate and pretty much harassing the neighbors' dogs. But so
Right.
I find myself constantly armed, and that makes me feel more at home.
Yeah.
Well,
what we
that's
gotta
what's
worry about up
happening
here.
as we encroach on their territories.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
They're
what we got
running
to
out
worry
of
about up
places to
here.
live.
Lots of mountain lions up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got.
I've been stalked a couple times.
Well, they claim there's no such thing. No cougars in Michigan. I can tell you I've seen one on my property
They're
up
full of
north.
shit. Yes, they
Yep.
are up there.
There are.
Yep.
And I couldn't see the full cat. We pulled in at night. The headlights are shining by my giant bird feeder for my flying squirrels. And there's a wood pile across from it. And all I can see is this great big fat bushy tail going,
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not no normal cat there. That's not a bobcat, that's for sure.
Yep.
This morning, there was this crazy bird on the bird feeder, and he was acting all twitchy and weird, and scaring off the other birds and totally not acting bird-like. And she's like, I think that one's sick. And
Well, the bird flu is going across the country, and
he'll
it's
make the
being
rest of
brought
them
on
sick.
by wild birds.
So she said, we got to get rid of him. So I grabbed a gun and went outside to get rid of him. And she's like, that's a 12 gauge. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, there won't be anything left. And I'm like, what are we going to do? Eat him? Right? Just like,
well, there won't be
Yeah,
anything
that's
left
the
with the
plan,
bird
won't it?
feeder when you get done with it either.
oh, well, I was going to scare him off the bird feeder and up into one of the trees.
Mhm.
And if there was collateral damage, so be it. But when I went out there, I scared him off the bird feeder and he didn't come back. So I was
Oh.
like, oh, okay. This is what spent an hour and a half of my morning sitting there very still waiting for this crazy bird to come back, and he never showed up again. So
Well, I think they feel the majority of the spread of the bird flu is from wild turkeys.
oh
It's what they determined so far.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yep, that's why I stick to Captain Morgan's.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right, Rocky. He saw the gun and he knew.
Yep. Oop, I'm leaving. Yep.
And it was like, I could have grabbed a 10 gauge or something,
Blow half the tree away with that thing.
Hell yeah. Those things are monsters.
Yep.
Mm. It's been a good day. I got to hunt with Sheldon Crowfoot, which you'll see him. He comments on videos as SC, and he's been following my channel since day one. And it was really cool to see him and finally get to meet him. He's real nice, mild-mannered kind of guy, high school math teacher, one more year to retirement. But we hit it off like we'd known each other our whole lives. And just a moment like that makes this whole adventure worthwhile, because here's somebody I've been back and forth with online in the comments. And now I got a name to go. I got a face to go with that name. I got a smile. I got a laugh. It's like there's much more of a connection there, And I think that's the greatest thing. If you're out there, you got your channel, you're traveling around, let people know. Because if you get near them, there's a good chance to hook up and make a new friend. And that really does seem to be the biggest and best treasure, whether you're magnet fishing or prospecting or metal detecting, the friends you make are the real gold.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm looking so forward to Flash Bash. And there's so many people I want to
Oh
meet
yeah.
that I've known for
Sure.
how long.
I
but
wish I
have
could
never
be
met
there
them
for
in
that.
Yeah.
I would love to be at
It'll be
Flash
fun.
Bash.
I already started packing.
Get into a joke out at the OK Corral with Heavy Meadow. That would be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, Colin even offered to film for me. I said, I don't need you to do that. You're okay.
He just needs a
enjoy
job.
and have
I
a good
think that's
time.
his problem. Heavy just needs a job, something to do.
What's that they say? He need to get him a jobby job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Safety meeting time.
You got any plans for the future, Deej, for your channel?
This fall I am going to England.
Oh,
you did mention that.
I was asked, I was invited to go with a group of people from the States. Don Detection Connection asked me to go.
Cool.
He asked me 2 years ago. I've been saving for this for a while. I dipped into my retirement, which is extremely small. I only took out so much and left enough to bury me if something were to ever happen to me. So my kids don't have to pay for my funeral, but I made the down payment on it. I still have to save the rest. Well, a third of it I still have left to pay. So
it's going to be worthwhile.
And that Don and I want to do some mudlarking. So we're getting our mudlarking license.
You need a license for that?
You have to have a license for that. You can only mudlark in certain areas. They give you a map online. You know, oh yeah, they have lots of rules. So we're going to go 2 or 3 days early so that we can hit the museums and do some mudlarking. And then we're going with Chicago Ron's group. I don't know if you're familiar with Chicago Ron on YouTube.
No.
And this is his last year with the England hunts, hosting the England hunts. So then Chicago Ron and his wife will come pick us up at the hotel in London, and then we will have 6 or 7 days detecting Roman fields in the Colchester area. And
man,
so
you're going to be able to make some killer videos.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know me, I'm a relic hunter, but yeah, I would love to get a hammered, but you know me, I'm just as happy with buttons.
Hell yeah. All that stuff. You got some serious age out there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I was hoping they were going to be going to the Northumberland area of England because that's where my mother's family is from. But I don't know if they do that much metal detecting in that area. So, but we're going to the Colchester area, which is Roman country. So it should be interesting to see what we find. And the difference between detecting in England and detecting in the States, something I learned the last Zoom meeting on the trip. These farmers plow and roll their fields. So you have an immaculate, smooth field to detect. You will lose that permission if you don't fill your holes and make it as if you were never there. So fill your hole, smooth it off, because they can look across their field and be able to tell where you dug. And if they can tell, you've lost that permission.
Wow.
So they are very strict over there. There will be a certain officer, I forget what they call them, all of our finds will be evaluated, and the ones that we're allowed to bring home, that meet the requirements of being able to bring them home will come home. If we find anything interesting that the museums might be interested in, that may take a couple years to get that back.
I had heard somewhere that stuff like that has to go through the mortician's office.
I haven't heard that.
Because it's like
it's the Office of Antiquities.
And someone was talking about how the mortician's office is in charge of that stuff because it's old. I'm not exactly sure how that
I've never
works.
heard that before.
I think that's something I had heard from General Dighold, Jeff. Was talking about that. I'd have to ask more about it, but yeah, they have special people just for that stuff.
Jeff is in a different part of Europe, though.
Well, he's in Austria, but he's from England.
Right.
So
when we go, there'll be some nights that we can go out to eat and that. So Scott and Kimmy want to meet us. Rob Random's going to meet Don and I to go magnet fishing. Roseanne wants to meet us and that. So we'll be meeting a lot of the UK YouTubers that are in that general area. So
nice.
I'm anxious to meet everybody in person.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. I've always wanted to go there just because of the rich history that they've had.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. See, my mother's family name is White, W-I-G-H-T. Okay? They didn't come from the Isle of Wight. They came from Allendale, Northumberland, England.
Oh.
And that. So, and I've been able to trace that far back. And that with because now the UK has a lot of census records online. So I can only trace back 1 or 2 generations, by the time our family gets back there. Because my mom's white family came to Canada first in the 1860s or 1850s. And then came down through New York, through Ohio, up into Wisconsin, got involved in the logging industry, and then saw land in Michigan, came across on a ship across the Great Lakes and was looking at land to purchase. And that's how we ended up in Michigan, my mom's family.
It's cool.
So my dad's family is from the South, with a very common last name. So I've hit brick walls. I can get back to 1830s, 1810. There was too much stuff destroyed during the wars.
Oh, yeah.
In the South, towns were burned to the ground. So I can find who I think is their family in New England in the 1700s, and then I can find where we end in the 1800s. I just can't link them up because there's no documents. They're gone.
No, everybody being gone makes it hard to do DNA matches.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Amethyst.
Hi, Amethyst. Yeah.
See.
Oh, yeah. Trip like that, once in a lifetime, awesome adventure.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know if I can afford to do that. And my boyfriend and my boys said, you're going. If we have to pay for you to go, you're going.
We'll make sure you get there, yeah.
That's a once in a lifetime adventure.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to pass up. You think of how many years you've worked your butt off and strived and sacrificed, and you deserve something like that.
It was so hard writing that check. That's the biggest check I've ever wrote in my life. It was only a $2,000 check. I've never written a big check for anything in my life. But it's so hard for me to spend money on me. I'm a giver. I don't normally,
I wish I'd married you first. Woman that doesn't want to spend money. Where were you 20 years ago?
I mean, I am the type of person, if I go shopping, I have researched it online, found out where it is, know what aisle it's in, and I go get it and get the heck out of there. I'm not a window shopper unless it's antiques. Then you might be in trouble. But I'm at the stage in my life I'm trying to get rid of stuff, you know?
Me too. Yeah, I've been downsizing big time.
Yeah.
I've been downsizing.
But I did go out and I spent $160 on myself last week. I haven't bought myself any new clothes in 4 years.
Yeah, bras are expensive now. Ooh.
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah, $52 a piece.
That's my wife's biggest complaint. I'd be like, why do you wear that ratty thing? She's like, you know how expensive these are.
There can be 2 pairs of pants that are identical, 2 shirts that are identical. But if one says women's and the other says men's, the women's is double the cost of the guys. It is really disgusting.
Why that is.
Because more guys are buying women's clothes now?
No. It's disgusting how it takes less material to make the woman's pair of pants than it does the men's, but the woman's pair costs double what the men's pair does. That's crazy.
Yeah, probably they know that they're just going to take the money from the old man and spend it anyway. So.
Yeah.
Although,
not necessarily, not if they're an independent woman like me. I buy my own stuff, so
a good pair of pants is worth the money, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I knew that in high school. I had a pair of chinos made my butt look like an oil painting. I wish I had those now.
Yeah, well,
I needed shorts for flash fashion stuff for this summer because my shorts, I just wore them out. So shorts and shirts and.
I was going to say anything that made my butt look like oil painting back then. You put it on me now, it looked like you spilt the oil paint all over the place.
Yeah.
I've been trying to lose weight over the last 3 years. I've lost 11 pounds. I just lost another 3. And I kept saying, I am not buying any new clothes until I lose this. Well, during COVID, didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
And that I said, heck with it. I'm not waiting anymore. I waited 3 years. I need some new summer clothes. So I went out and spent it.
Good.
Yeah, sometimes you got to treat yourself. Nobody's going to treat you as good as you treat yourself.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I got a boyfriend that does a pretty good job.
There you go.
He's trying anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. Got to give him kudos for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired of the cold.
Now, when my wife passed away in 2016, my whole life changed. I started having to do stuff for myself that I've never had to do before. She took care of me. I mean,
yeah,
right.
Now I'm just wandering around like an aimless child going, I don't know.
Took 3 weeks to figure out what she put on the toast to make it so soft and juicy.
Right.
Like, oh.
Right. Well, I think the changing point in my channel was when I got picked up by Technetics. And that. Because I was already swinging the T2 before I was ever sponsored, and that. And trying to remember, maybe you remember, Pat. There was a channel. They're from the Ohio area near Lordstown somewhere. Justin DePace. That's who it is. I was talking to him. He and I were friends, and I was talking to him on the phone, and when I started detecting, my boys bought me a Garrett Ace 400. And I had a farm field that the machine kept nulling out on me. I was like, what in the world? And I said, it is about a half a mile from a power station. Maybe that's it. And Justin's going, no, it's nulling out because there's obviously so much iron that so many different targets that the machine can't keep up with it all.
Yeah.
Or you really need to get a T2. A T2 will cut through that.
It could have also been a short in an electric fence.
No, it wasn't. This
And
was a pasture. It was a pasture.
A short in an electric fence will affect ground energy for 20 miles.
Right.
You know,
Well, that
that
ended
stuff
up
is no
not being
joke.
what it was because I
Mm.
got the T2 and went in there, was able to manually ground balance and pulled an amber and silver pendant out of there
Nice.
in amongst all the iron. And I mean, it sounded like a machine gun going off. I mean, it's just so
Yeah.
lightning quick. And that the separation is great on it. And that's when I switched over to the T2 because
It was like night and day.
I live in a farming community. You know, I'm out in the boonies. So 90% of my permissions are in the path of an 1800s tornado.
Mm.
And that.
That's actually-
So, you know, it's just like I went back to my home site of tragedy property. This is the 3rd or 4th year now. They were finally able to get in and get it dried out, and we're finally able to plow it. And they called me and they said, you need to get in there today because we're going to have to plant it tomorrow. So I got in there with the new 12 coil double D, that super light coil. It's amazing. And I found something so cool. I just got the video edited last night. Then I was so excited about what I found. This time when they plowed it, the whole top of the ground, it was like he must have used a deeper plow or something, because this was a level of dirt that I had not seen in the 3 years I've detected there. This place had a normal iron signature to where the house used to be. And this year, it was like I could stand and look as far as the eye could see and see nails laying on top of the ground everywhere. And I've never seen that before. So I went back with the 5-inch puck coil and had a cool, quick hunt before they got out to disc. I mean, I'm literally standing there doing my outro, and you can see the farmer coming across the field. So I got 2 good hunts in there, but I was able to get like 5 new permissions last fall. So
Nice.
I lucked out with the town where I live. I know the mayor. So the mayor says, yeah, anybody's got a problem with you being on city property, tell them to come talk to me. And I went,
oh, that's great.
Beauty. Yeah.
The main thing with that is on city property, practice leave no trace. Don't use a big shovel, use a hand digger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I went and showed him. I showed him, this is what I do. And I went and found the target, and it was a bent piece of copper tubing, but it got the point across. I showed him how to do a wrist plug so you don't kill the grass here. You just lift it up, get what you need, and get it right back. You got your root system still intact. I showed him everything I do, and he goes, well, no, I got no problem with that.
Yeah. See, I prefer on city properties and manicured lawns, I will only hunt in the spring and the fall because I want to make sure that grass lives.
Yeah, you don't.
In the summertime,
sunburn it, sun kill it.
I'll hit my farms that put cover crop down, that they don't care if I dig it up, you know.
Exactly. Well, most of my permissions in the city property are like baseball fields, football fields,
oh, that's cool.
top lots, and
right,
you know, curb strips, the stuff, normal stuff.
I have to drive quite a ways to find public spaces like that.
Yeah, and up here, there's really nothing historic around here except old mining stuff, and that's not really that old,
right?
You know, around here, so
right.
We don't have homesteads and old Civil War places and nothing like that, like you guys got down, you know, or they got down in the south. I'm sure Michigan's the same way. There's a few homesteads and stuff you can do, but it's not really been that old. You know what I mean?
No, 1830s.
Yeah, that's about what we're
they started surveying in 1810, and they started offering land for sale in 1818.
Okay.
So,
and that takes a while to take off before anybody takes up on it.
And any of the 17, there are parts of Michigan that are 1700s land, but those are old battlefields.
Yeah.
That's more down by Detroit.
Yep.
And you can't detect on those.
Nope.
Hmm.
Yeah, if it's historic land, you can't touch anything around here either.
Right. Now, last fall, one of my collaborations was with Size Detecting. We weren't able to get out detecting because it was terrible, severe storms, but he took me to meet an archaeologist, a state archaeologist that has been doing, he's been working with him. Si's been working with him on the CCC camps. And I have to fill out a form. The guy was supposed to send me the form to fill out, and he told me he'd give me a free place to camp, SUV camp, if I'd come up and help. So I said, well, it depend on what I've got going on, if that weekend's open, but sure. So that would be interesting to be able to do something on the state archaeology level, with my metal detecting.
To be placed permission you wouldn't get otherwise, yeah.
Right. And then Technetics told me when they found, Russ knew, I think I told him that I had been invited to go to England. I wasn't sure if I was going the first year that I was with Technetics. They offered to cover most of my airfare to England. So that's been real helpful because they haven't sent me to any events yet. So I think they're waiting to see if we're going to have a fall dig stock and when it is, because we're going to be leaving just before the 1st of October. So I don't know if I'll be going to dig stock or not. We'll see.
Yeah, it's all in scheduling.
Right.
I'll try and get you some stickers before you go, Deej.
Mm-hmm.
I know I gave some to the general, and they're great on an airplane. When you're free to move about the cabin, the first thing you've got to do is go to the bathroom, and on the inside of the door, put one of my stickers that says toilet camera for research use only. Guaranteed you'll be the only one using that toilet. It's a great place when you just need to stand up and stretch for a while because everybody else will avoid it.
Oh my.
Yeah, I want a bunch of those. When I order in with you next, Pat, for my stickers, when you get done with them, throw a whole handful of them in there.
Dude, I'll send you a sheet of them.
Cool. Hey, extra, not a problem.
Those are the most popular ones.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, I'll be right back, kids.
Okay. Ooh-wee. Oh man. Oh, I'm tired of the cold.
I bet. I'm tired of this. It's like a yo-yo, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot. Just stay in between, perfect.
I'm 15 feet away from a wood stove that's got 4 big logs in it. Everything's flaming up good. You get more than 3 feet away from that stove, you don't feel nothing. And I got a fan trying to blow hot air around, and it's like,
holy smokes.
In this building, there's no insulation.
Oh.
So it's like, I'm supposed to be loading the car up with scrap metal to take to the guy tomorrow. And it's like, I'll do that in the morning.
Right.
Because it's like, this morning it was so cold. It was like, do I want to just pee the bed or get out and face the cold toilet?
Oh my.
Right?
No, you'd be warm for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I could get up and flip the mattress real quick. I don't know. It's just, I'm tired of the cold. I'm so tired of the cold. Oh, you're right, Reg. The chat is a bit quiet.
Yeah, it is very quiet.
So we need to get some more people up on screen here and at least play tic-tac-toe or something.
I don't think there's enough people in the chat, but we'll throw the link out there one more time.
Oh yeah.
If anybody wants to jump up, but
that'd be nice to.
It was fairly
nice
slow.
to hear Reg talk about his trip to England when he was a teen.
Mm-hmm.
That would be killer.
Thomas says he's in and out running dirt and just found out fish are in now. In a hurry trying to gather my fishing gear.
Yep.
Heck
The last couple of Sundays we've been doing this. It's been quiet. That's all
It
right.
goes that way.
We're into treasure hunting season. Everybody is able to get out, detect, bottle dig,
Mhm.
prospect, you name it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I get more views after we shut everything down and say goodbye.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get
Right,
more views the
because
next day than I get.
they'll
then.
watch once they get home from their own treasure hunting.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know,
A lot
goes
of
that way
new
with the
channels are
Zoom.
freaking out right now because they're not, they're doing premieres and nobody's showing up. Well, it's digging season, folks.
Mhm.
Chill out. You're going to get less viewing time during digging season than you will in the winter.
That's what I love about my Wednesday Zoom meeting
Mhm.
is we're not dealing with Facebook, we're not dealing with YouTube. It doesn't matter if 3 people show up or if 20 people are there. It's
Right.
not about stats. It's not about watch hours. It's just
Right.
hanging out and having a good time. It's like all after party.
Well, it's like I've gotten 3 emails over the last 2 months asking me why I'm not watching their stuff. It's like, hello? When was the last
What
time
now?
you were in one of my live streams? When is the last time you made a comment on a video of mine?
Exactly.
The people that support me are the ones that I watch first.
Yeah, and there's
It's like,
only
why would somebody call me out? That just blew my mind.
there's only so much watching you can do
I know.
during the day, and it's like with me at home, I'm trying to do my videos and keep up with the live streams and keep up with the orders. And when I'm pressing shirts and cutting vinyl and making stickers, it's like I don't have time to just be watching a
Right.
video. It's not
I
that I don't
watch
care.
about 29 hours a week of YouTube, okay?
Hmm.
During this season, like right now.
Yeah.
In the winter, it's 50 to 60 hours. So, I have my own content I need to create that takes a lot of time and a
Yeah.
lot of hard work. And it's like I'm, what the heck?
Yeah.
I had 3 different people email me something like that.
But
It was
when,
like,
when I
whoa.
sit down, like free time, hey, I'll watch some videos. Whoever is first up on the list gets watched.
Right.
Yeah, that's basically me too.
Whether
Whoever
it's
pops up in my-
whether it's
in my,
country diggers or brewers or whoever,
Right.
the first ones on the
I
list, and then
try
when
to
I run out of time,
reciprocate.
I'm out of time.
I mean, there's no way I can possibly watch everybody that's subscribed to me. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. But I do my darndest to I watch the people that are in my live chats first. And the
Mhm.
people that comment on my videos first. That's the least I can do. Then if I have, and then I've got to watch my stealth diggers,
Mhm.
I got to watch my traveling bottle digger, Kevin. There's certain bigger channels that I'll watch, a handful of them. Then if I have time, then I'll watch other ones, but
I was
I'm
thinking
really
about
bad about
hiring Cynthia Swearingen to watch for me and make comments because she catches everybody's everything.
Yeah.
It's like, now switch over and make a park rat comment. I'd appreciate that.
I'm really bad at commenting. I'll watch a video and I've got like 7, 8 more ready to go, so I forget the comment and I just go on to the next one and try to keep up.
The majority of the ones I watch, I comment unless I've watched them on my TV, and then I can't comment.
Yeah, that's been happening to me lately. Now that I've figured out how to move things over to the TV, then I don't have to sit right in front of the computer. I can see the TV over my work area, and it's like,
Right.
okay, that was cool, and I'm doing my thing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm watching on a 46-inch monitor right now. I've got a 50-inch over here, ready to go, but it was just too much of a pain in the ass going back and forth, and I went, nah.
Oh yeah,
Right.
We're good. I just couldn't keep up.
Multitasking is a young man's game.
Yeah. It sure ain't mine, I'll tell you.
I don't know how some people do it, man. My
I don't
hat's
either.
off to them,
Well, people like Reg Lab and Mr. Lodak and the moderator people, they're the ones that fascinate me because, they got 2 or 3 monitors going. They got this little thing going. They got 7 or 8 screens going. How do you do that?
Right.
Oh yeah, they're killing bots on 3 different streams at one time.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of them guys are just good at it. I got friends who are
Nancy,
members.
Ambient Girl Diggs, and Mark Thomas are excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I got friends who were actual members of the original Anonymous who took down the Church of Scientology and all them guys. They're original members. And they told me, oh, don't even try. Unless you have extensive knowledge of how things work, don't even try. I
Right.
just laughed and go, no, I had no intent to even try.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that tech savvy at all.
Right.
I'm barely running StreamYard here. Holy mackerel.
Yeah. I'm not very tech savvy. I mean, I'm self-taught, or Metal Pirate Girl or Audra have helped me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is a good thing about the YouTube community. There's always somebody out there willing to help you along, show you the ropes. If something new comes on and all of a sudden everybody's into it, I don't know what I'm doing, I'll call Brewer and he'll walk me through step by step 2 or 3 times till I've got it remembered.
Right.
You know, it's like, now I know how to do that. And so a lot of good, helpful people in the community that way.
Yeah. A lot of them have helped me too.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, if it weren't for that, I would have given up. Oof.
Well, ain't nobody else out there in the chat wants to jump in and say hello? Can do.
Somebody gets to have a question for Deej.
I would think so.
Hell yeah.
I know there's certain people in the chat who aren't able to come up onto the panel. They just don't have the data for it.
Right. You can put a question in the chat. I'll watch for it.
The question in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't feel slighted if I don't see someone commenting on my videos like Rob, FL Thunder. You know, he's a buddy of mine. I know he watches from his TV, and I can count on at least one of my thumbs up always being from him.
Right.
Or, you know, when you're dealing with your friends, it's like I don't wait for the video. I send them pictures of the stuff I found, you know, or I show it off in a live stream. And if those people don't make a comment, that's okay, because we've talked about it, you know?
Right.
So,
Dan Burrows says, what was the most fine you found? I'm not sure.
The most at once, Dan, or the...
What was the most fine you found? The most valuable find? Is that what you mean, Dan?
Yeah, that was for Deej, but what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What him say?
If that's what he means.
Yeah, he says yes.
Okay.
I think I got it in here. Let me see. Where are you? There it is. The most valuable finds I found. If that's what Dan means, yes, he says yes. Let me see if I can share this.
Well, if not, I can blow you up big. So.
Okay. Yeah, there's a share thing. Let me turn on my camera. I've got my coin cam. Let's see.
You got you blowed up, so.
Let me change my camera. Come on, camera. Okay, let me turn it up brighter. It's a diamond and sapphire dinner ring. And I found it in muck along a creek where this particular village would pile their excess snow up to let it melt and go back into the creek. That's probably my most valuable. That's 14 karat gold with sapphires and diamonds.
I found a
And
ring.
it fits it's too big for my baby finger and too small for my ring finger.
Yeah.
And
I
then this
found a
one,
ring that looked almost like that, except the center stone was kind of iridescent. I forget, it had a fancy name to it.
huh?
And
Opal,
all my
probably.
best rings have come from playgrounds.
This is a 14 karat plain band that I dug in a park. That's the first gold that I ever dug metal detecting.
Nice.
Got those two. What else do I have? This I dug with Amy.
Ooh, turquoise.
Whoa.
Turquoise.
Turquoise and solid silver, and it's a bolero, like for a neckerchief slide, like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that is cool.
And somebody had just stepped on it and sunk it into the ground.
Mm.
So that's the biggest silver that I pulled.
That is beautiful.
Let's see, what else do I have that's interesting? Those are probably the most valuable that I have. Open this up. This I need to take to a jeweler. I found this next to the boat ramp. I don't, it could be gold plated, but I'm not sure. I can't find any markings on it.
Wow.
Mm.
Looks like it might be glass.
And then it's got the chain with more of the green gems on it.
Yeah, it might be glass.
So, it could be glass, brass and glass. I don't know, but it.
Brass and glass, yeah.
It's still
I found a
beautiful.
couple of those with
Beautiful,
blue and
though.
green stones that were glass.
Mm.
So, and then it's got the beads dangling from it. But I need to take that in and get that checked. This is a Baltic amber and silver earring that I dug out of a pasture.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
That's 1800s. And everybody's saying, oh, pierced earrings like that are not 1800s. Oh, yes, they are. Annie Oakley had pierced ears.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are.
It's the best way to fill the bullet hole.
Yep. This I dug last year. It's already started tarnishing. Let me find. Okay, where are you, camera? It looks like amethyst. It's a purple stone and a silver ring, but the silver ring is really tarnished.
Mm.
I dug that last year. It's pretty bent up. I dug that at a park. Here's a very ornate suspender clasp I dug last year from the Home Side of Tragedy that has the patent date on it.
All right, here's a quick question for you, Deej.
Yeah.
Why is it called the home side of tragedy?
Because it's the site of an 1800s tornado that destroyed a family home and killed the family.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So then this is the suspender clasp I dug with Rob down in Florida.
Oh, nice.
Shirley President.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This is a pre-Civil War button that I dug at my 1880 permission. Well, next door at the 1850, the original home site or pioneer home. Military button. This is my pride and joy. This is the GAR up close.
Yeah, and tell everybody what GAR stands for.
Grand Army of the Republic. So I love
I
that.
bet you that piece could tell some stories.
Oh, I bet it could too, for
Yeah.
sure. Here is an 1800s thimble.
I love thimbles. I don't care if they're silver or not. It's always such a good item to find because they were so personal.
Yep.
Yep.
This is my first ever lead soldier. It has a little bit of paint left on it.
Wow.
Cool.
I dug that last year.
And he looks complete too.
Yeah.
I have yet to find one that's not broken in some way.
I went back this spring to that permission trying to find more. I thought if there's one, there's got to be more, but I didn't. I didn't find any more, not yet. So that's my one and only lead soldier. Let's see what else. Trying to see what else I got that's interesting. And I dug this, which I believe is gold plated in onyx, and that might be diamond chips in that. That's something else I've got to get checked out.
And what is that, like a tie clip? Or
Yeah, it's a tie clip.
Nice. Oh, wow.
That.
Well, I've only found one tie clip in my day, and it's a pretty cool one. I'll have to show you that when I'm done. When you're done.
This is a railroad button from the late 1890s to early 1900s in Connecticut. I dug that in Connecticut. And there's the back of it. It was in such good shape.
Ooh, Scoville.
Scoville.
Waterbury, Connecticut.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see what else.
That's in great shape.
Now, when you clean these finds, Deej, like those old buttons and stuff, are you doing any electrolysis to them?
No. Just water on some. It just depends on what it's made out of.
Yeah.
This is a dandy button that I got in Connecticut. Doesn't have anything on it. There would have been a shank there in the center. And then the other side is just plain. No design on it. But I did get one dandy button.
That's still on my bucket list.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this one. This is a Civil War cuff button that I dug last year, I think. And the year before, I dug several. Boy, that's not coming in very good. It's hard because it's got a shank, so it's not.
Anchor.
It's not showing up very good.
Got an anchor on it?
That one.
Kind of looks like an anchor shadow.
No, it's got an eagle with a shield in the center.
Oh, okay.
But it's real. It was in an area of the field that dries out last. It's normally really muddy there, and so it's like a reddish color. You know, like nickels turn red if they're in ground that is wet more often than it is dry.
Yeah.
So, it's a charm that I found, or a pendant I found in a park. It's got a jade elephant on it.
Wow.
Oh, that is bad to the bone.
That is.
You know that had to be handcrafted.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then the back, that's what the back looks like that's holding it on.
Wow.
Let's see. This is my pride and joy. I won't even fit underneath this. This is my pride and joy.
Oh, yeah.
Skeleton key. It's as long as my hand. I dug this with the late Red Beam 58, my dear friend that passed away.
I'll tell you what, Red Beam was a good one for research.
Oh, yeah.
And all of the properties in my area, it was one winter, he said, oh, he's bored and stuff. And I sent him my address. and he sent me a list of like every house in my county that was built before 1930.
Wow.
Exact addresses and everything on this, and I was blown away. It was like,
Yeah.
there's no
Oh,
way
yeah.
I could have done all that work.
Neil was excellent at research.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
This is what we think is part of a 1700 suspender. I dug this in Connecticut too. Why is that not there? It's lighting up
Kind
a
of like
little
a
better
garter
now.
clip.
No, it's too big for that.
Hmm.
See, that looks like the suspender button right there.
Yeah.
So, but that's 1700s. Here's a Model T Ford key. You can tell by the shape. It doesn't say it on there, but I was told it goes to a Model T Ford.
Yep.
Found that in a farm field. Let's see. This is pocket watch chain. Just a fragment of pocket watch chain. That's from the Home Side of Tragedy. This is the dumbest ring I've ever dug. It's a solid copper ring, and it was in a playground.
Yeah.
I found a junker ring last year at this little beach site by the river where people go to fish, and I pulled it out, and it should have said "breathe" on it, but I'm guessing it was made in China because it said "breath."
Oh, yeah.
And it's still one of my favorite rings.
Yeah. This is a different style suspender clasp. And it's hard to get it all in there, but that's the bottom part there. That's early to mid 1800s there. What else have I got in here? This is an overalls buckle that would have gone on the back of the overalls. It's like triangle like on the bottom here, like.
Okay.
That would have gone on the back of the overalls. What else do I have? I'm trying to think. This was the first thing I ever dug in my own yard.
Oh, I love getting those.
And it's only the front plate of it, the back plate, I never found.
I've never found the back of one of those, but the fronts I've got like 2 or 3. And that's in way better shape than any I've pulled.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see, what was that? That's pretty much my most favorite finds. I mean, my coins are not down here. I've got them put away. This is a trapper's key. I don't know if we can get the whole thing in there or not. It's a handmade trapper's key with the triangle piece that went into the trap to unlock it. That came from my cellar hole permission. But that's about it. Let me switch me back here.
Well, I've got one to show you, dude. Here. I found this on the boulevard. So you got to understand, my house used to be the American Legion here. In my little town. We were talking about tie clips. It's a tie clip, but it's a little, what do they call them, a scimitar?
Yep.
That's cool. Oh my gosh.
So I'm thinking Shriners.
Yeah, that's what I would guess.
That is cool.
You
use that as a letter opener.
Yeah. It's actually fairly sharp, too. I was just kind of amazed that I found that.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Kind of a neat little find.
That's cool. Hi, Brewers.
Hi, Deej. I'm just coming on to ask you a question.
Okay, fire
All
away.
right, past or present, if you were able to go metal detecting with anybody, who would you choose?
And there was a whole list of them, if I remember right.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of treasure hunting.
Your choice. Your choice. Whatever you prefer to do best with that one person.
Jesse James.
Gypsy and I have been trying to get together for 3 years now. So definitely Gypsy, for sure, is on that list, that long list of people that I want. But Gypsy and I almost had my flight bought, and then COVID hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
So we've been waiting since that started.
no way.
wow. So 2 years pretty much.
Yeah. So, and I mean, Technetics said they would cover the plane ticket. It's just we've got between the two of us now that I'm getting busier too, and she's so busy with all her TV shows that she's involved in. So it's been hard to link up. But yeah, I would like to get to dig with Gypsy again. I mean, I've met her at events, but never actually got to dig with her, you know.
Right.
So
Good answer. Good answer. Thank you.
Yeah, there's an answer for every question, just about.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So are you going to Flash Bash, Brewers?
No, I'm not going to be able to make it this year, hon. I've got prior engagements here at home that I can't get away from at the moment. So,
Mhm.
but I am am trying to get out there next weekend, do a little prospecting with the gang. So,
Mhm.
looking forward to that.
Right. That should be fun. I just started packing for it, so
I know there's a lot of people excited about going. I wish I really could. You know, Ed asked me to come, but I'm just unfortunately unable to.
right. I know I wanted Jeremy to come, but he's just got so much stuff going on with First Texas that he's not going to be able to. So, and it's like a 12 or 14-hour drive for him from Alabama. So I really wanted him to come. It's like, daggone it.
About the same for us, 12 to 14 hours, yeah.
It would be close to the same for me. I'm coming from Virginia, pretty much at the tip next to Tennessee. So, yeah.
Well, how far are you from, I just drew a blank, Robert and Melissa?
3 hours from door to door.
Oh, my gosh.
They come over all the time and hang out.
Because I say, why don't you just ride with them?
This guy up there on top, he also visited. He visits the brewer compound a lot as well.
Yes, I'm on the extended stay plan.
Yeah. He's got his own key now.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, I love spending time with Jeff. You know, he's like definitely a brother. There's no doubt about it. I was telling people that today that were over here visiting, and they were talking about the YouTube and the detecting and the community. And I'm like, I guarantee you the friends I have met through this community and metal detecting and the prospecting community, and these people are more solid than some of my family. If I had an emergency I couldn't get to, I could pick up the phone and somebody would be on the road to help my wife if she needed it.
Right.
You know, that's how solid these people are. And that again is the real treasure.
That is the real treasure.
And speaking of that instance, when I did have my emergency, Pat was one of the first ones that picked up on the phone and said, "Hey, do I need to go check on Mom? Do I need to come up? What do you need?"
I was ready. I could be on the road in a half an hour, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even have family that did that, or even called, or even cared to find out. You know, I mean, that meant a lot, really.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out, I told my wife, "I'm going to need the dryer. Get your stuff out of there because it looks like I'm going to have to go."
Right.
You know, but thankfully, his neighbors are loving. He lives in a real tight community, and those people watch out for each other like hawks, man.
Absolutely. My
Mhm.
neighbors came through big time for me. So,
Mhm.
of course, I was trapped in the hospital. What could I do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mark, I'm going to let you go because I haven't had any dinner yet.
Ah,
I
well, I
fed
thank you.
Jackson and then I came downstairs to the studio. So,
Well, I thank you, my love, for indulging me. I
okay.
appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much for
And
the invite.
you're welcome here anytime.
Mm.
Okay.
I hope you come back.
Okay. And then I will
You
see
have a
you at
great
Flash
night.
Bash.
Yeah, I'll be there. I
Okay.
told
That's
Ed,
cool.
I told Ed if I have to kidnap the Pope, I'm going to be there.
That's good. All right. Thank
That's
you
good.
so much.
Bye,
Take it
Deej.
easy, D.
Bye.
It's great seeing you again. Mm. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm so tired of the cold.
Oh, that was fantastic. That was really fantastic.
Heck yeah.
We've got one miserable rat at the moment.
I'm telling you. Oh, I'm just so tired of being cold. Oh,
You thought
can't
winter was
stand
over.
I don't know. I think on our next big trip to Walmart, I may have to buy socks. You know,
The
my
loafers are not cutting it.
my sister-in-law said the key to staying warm is to layer your clothes, and it's like I'm wearing 4 pairs of underwear. What more can I do?
Exactly. Great. Well, it's really sad when up here in Minnesota, we realize that Alaska is warmer than we are.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
I know you see Thomas and Sissy sitting out there in tank tops, drinking, having a good time, and I'm down here going, it's wrong. It's just wrong.
Well, like I said, if I was to come to Florida, I'd be miserable and hot.
Man, I need humidity. I'm tired of my skin being dry. What I need is a chapstick, like big round, like the women's rouge used to come, just so I can put it on. Because this is too much.
Oh,
It's like I got up this morning and I was so dry, I smiled. I could feel my cheeks cracking. It's like, really?
Wow.
Oh,
We get lip crackers around here too.
oh yeah.
plus you've got all that wind as well, right, Pat?
Oh, dude, the wind is horrendous. You know, I mean, it seems like every day you can expect some 55, 60 mile an hour gusts.
Yep.
You know, it's like, okay, all the heat is gone now.
Yeah, that's coming from the north too. We get the same thing when the wind starts whipping. You know where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause it's cold. We have frost warnings for tonight, even. So.
I mean, we had a little bit of snow today, a little bit of sleet. You know, doesn't last long. You know, maybe 15, 20 minutes tops, but then it's left behind like nothing but solid cold. It's kind of like in Florida when you get that like 5-minute rain and you think, oh, goody. And then it stops raining and it's just extra humid now because it's all,
Oh, yeah. You're dripping.
you know, drying out.
Swamp ass from hell.
Oh, man. I miss swamp ass. Jeez. I'm afraid if I get sweaty, my cheeks are going to be stuck together.
Yeah. Well, they say that in the spring up here in Minnesota, the only thing you're going to plant in the spring is your ass in the lounge chair because
Yep.
it's too cold to go outside.
Oh. And I wouldn't have a problem with just planting my ass in a lounge chair, easy chair. If I could smoke inside, I'd be happy as a pig in shit, man.
There you go.
Ooh. And I don't get it because the whole house smells like smoke from the wood stove. So what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Ooh. Oh, cock-a-moo.
So, what do we have for supper tonight, Pat? Anything good?
She made salmon, glazed salmon with fresh peas, a little bit different recipe than the last time, and probably the best mashed potatoes I've ever had, and homemade bread. And she's a
Ooh.
oh yeah, I didn't know that was even a possibility on the list, but she got out her loaf pans and did her whole thing, and it is just so good. So she's going to use that bread for French toast tomorrow.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Where are
It's
you
like,
located?
okay, not normally a breakfast guy, but I can't be turning down French toast now.
with homemade
That's
bread. Yeah.
Where are you at? I'll be there.
Bring heat and some de-icer for my butt crack. Oh,
Heavens.
Oh, mercy. That does sound
That was,
wonderful.
that was a good interview with Deej today, man.
oh yeah.
Absolutely. Great show, Mark.
I was
she's
on the phone with my wife, and it was like, oh man, I'm missing. And as soon as I pop up, she's
a
on
welcome
screen. I'm
knowledge.
like, yeah.
She does so many different things that,
Mm-hmm.
she's a pretty cool lady. I like her.
Her channel is developed really nice,
Yeah.
and I don't know, maybe it happens just off camera, but she never seems to get discouraged. You know, this is awesome. I love her spirit.
Yeah, she does what she does. If she can't do it, she'll try it again tomorrow.
Yep, that's it.
I like that,
Mm.
Pat's learning the more laid back societies than his fast pace and in his area.
Yeah, well,
Fast-paced
know,
Florida people.
I can handle laid back, but you know, when the whole town goes lights out at 8 o'clock, it's like, I'm the rebel. Okay, jeez.
When the sun goes down, it's too cold to go out.
Dude, the neighbors are building a greenhouse, and him and his wife working on it all day, every day since I've been here, no matter what the weather's like. And they're both running around with like one flannel shirt on, and that's it. You know, it's raining. They're out there working on it. It's snowing. They're out there working on it. It's like no big deal. Hey,
we're used to it. You know what I mean?
I don't want to get used to it. You know, I want that oppressive kind of heat of home. I want to open the front door and get smacked with such a blast. It's like, ugh. You know, you just want to like yawn and take a nap under a tree like a lion on the Serengeti. That's my kind of weather. You know? I want the old man's winter. I miss Florida. And here I am saying winter, and it's spring. I don't even want to go through winter here.
No, you wouldn't want to. You're finding this hard? Oh, you wouldn't like winter at all.
I mean, I grew up in Maine and in Oregon, and I flew my missions. You know,
Yeah.
the reason I stayed in Florida is because I went there in November and saw girls playing volleyball on the beach in their bikinis, and it was like, yeah, this is home now. You know, I miss that.
I could get to like that. Yeah.
Yep. I've been here forever. I haven't seen one person mowing a lawn in a bikini. Damn it. And I wouldn't care if they were a retiree. Just show me some skin.
No wonder you don't go to the beach no more.
Oh, no, man. Can't stand it. But I should have been doing stuff in here tonight, getting ready for tomorrow, but I don't want to open the big door and let the cold in. And it's like, I'd rather start out fresh, full of energy in the morning, just throw everything in willy-nilly and hit the road.
Get gone, yep.
Yeah. There's just so much to do, and it seems like no matter what I plan on getting done, I never get it done. You know?
Hey, that's anybody. I could give you my list of shit that I've been trying to do for 2 years. I'm still not even on the first 4 things.
And it's little things. She's like, we need to condition the snowshoes for next year. It's like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And do you really plan on snowshoeing anymore? No, I guess not. Okay.
Good. Well, then sell them damn things. Get rid of them.
Yeah, it's time. She was showing me at dinner today. She pulled out this jar and poured it out on the table, and it was all these smashed up bullets. And I was like, cool. And she's like, these are from the elk Jerry killed. I'm like, oh.
Oh my Lord.
You pulled that out of a bloody carcass.
Save the bullets in a jar.
Yeah.
I'd say
You
cut
pulled
it
that
out of the meat while he was processing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull that out of a
You know-
bloody carcass just to show me. Thanks.
When he was alive, he could have probably like pulled out a bullet and remembered which one it came from.
Yep.
Right?
He's any kind of hunter, he could.
Yeah. That made dinner very interesting. Give her
Guido, where are you?
Guido.
Wonder if he got his chickens yet.
Yeah, he sent pictures.
Oh, did he get them? Probably. Did he get them home?
Yeah, he's got a couple of them, pictures of them sitting on his shoulder.
Cool.
Boy.
Ruger 1022. I can't make out
Oh,
what that
there's
is.
Guido. There he is.
He got his chicken.
Oh, there he is. Look at that. Little chickadee.
They like to
Little
sit on the
laying
desk,
hens or
man.
them eating hens?
Laying.
Laying? Cool.
Yeah.
Get some eggs out
Make
of
sure
it.
they don't poop on the delete key.
They keep trying to step on the keyboard. Yeah,
Need
this
it.
one's watching you guys intently.
Need to cover it with chicken wire.
Oh, there's Can-Do. He's looking at the chickens.
Yeah, you better get in here, Can-Do.
Chicken man.
Screw them chickens.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Luke,
Luke,
Duke.
dude.
Luke, dude.
How you doing, big guy?
He's up in Gatesville chilling around the campfire, hanging out with Grease
Oh.
Monkey and the rest of them.
Oh, man, that must be a fun time.
Yeah, I wish
Terry's
I was
been looking forward to going to Gatesville for a while. So. Drainage tubes.
Ooh,
She was having some blurry vision, so the thing.
Oh, good
She's
stuff.
Talking today, and
Good
can't
deal.
believe it's only 8 o'clock here.
Yeah.
That must be nice.
not that bad, but it's not that good either.
Well, it
No,
means I've been
what?
shivering for 12 hours. Yay.
You know, you're doing a lot of complaining about that weather up there.
Dude, you got no idea how miserable it is for me.
I
I'm
lived
a
there for a year.
Floridian.
I know how it is.
Guido's on the other side of the big mountain,
Oh,
next to the coast.
mm-mm-mm.
I don't know if that makes it worse or better, but
It's all
Well,
on how you
depending
look
on
at
which
it.
way the wind's blowing, he can tell me what's coming.
yeah.
Yeah. We can't do that.
Oh, hell yeah. That's the sound of victory.
There's bound to be something flying around my head and keeps on landing on it. I feel it landing around. I'm like, what?
We went to the
Yeah,
neighbor's
might be
house for
sewer
dinner.
flies. Make sure the toilet lid's down.
Freaking flies everywhere. It was like, oh, I can't stand this.
The toilet's never used.
Oh, now you tell me. Sorry, dude.
These little buggers are just content as can be.
Yeah, there's the
Enzo.
leg, guys. Anybody wants to jump in, come on in.
Got room for 2 more.
Mhm.
Nope, not for you.
How many chickens did you pick up today, Wade?
Just 2.
Oh, just 2 of them? Okay.
Cats will try to eat them.
She's like, yeah, I gave the girl $20. It's like, you know, we can buy them for like 5 something, right?
Yeah, whatever. Just trying to help.
Yep. That's what it was about.
Maybe you can go back if you have any problems with those, and she'll give you another one. Just
Yeah,
saying.
tell her
Maybe.
one died, you can get an extra one for free.
I have a feeling they're going to be pets, though, because they're just like completely friendly.
Well, wait till they grow up.
Yeah,
Just wait for the
wouldn't be the
cat.
first time.
Just wait on the cat. It'll take care of it.
I've seen them chickens fight off a cat before.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Buggers. Oh, yeah.
They are
They'll fight them
mean.
off.
Well, some of the roosters around here, I've seen them whip dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and heavy
Especially
metal.
if they got
and
that
Dennis
talon. It's like,
Yeah.
Heavy.
They got a spur on them about 1.5 inches long.
Luke Duke said they had heavy metal and Dennis Dayton at the creek earlier today.
wow.
Uh-oh. I hope Heavy behaved.
I wouldn't count on it.
I wouldn't hold my breath. You'd be through before you know it.
He had some premeditated thoughts. I just hope he didn't carry through. Not that I'm going into detail by no means on
And
that.
if he did, I hope he got it on film.
Yeah.
So I hope somebody did.
Boy.
Yeah, it was a fun night. I had a good time.
Yeah, that was a great guess.
Yeah, I thought so. I went through my list of people that I want to have as guests, and I thought, well, I want to go gold miner, metal detector, magnet fisher, all the way down the line, and mix them up, so that we're not having all the same type of people. And
Well, she's kind of a do-it-all kind of person, isn't she?
she does it all. That's why I figured she'd be perfect. So, well, we'll see what happens for next week. Heavy metal was wasted. What? Duh.
Say he was before
You
you pick
don't
him up,
say.
Luke.
That's not 30-second news.
I've
We knew
been
that
on
was
the
going to
creek
happen
with
before it happened.
I've been on the creek before with Heavy, so I would imagine it was kind of the same occurrence for him.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, we're at the 2 hour and 12 mark. We got 13 people still watching, so
You're
can't
gaining
be
due
doing too
time,
bad.
brother.
Yeah, can't be doing too terrible.
No.
And I appreciate every one of you too. Thank you very much. I thought Deej was a great guest. Hey, Rock Butcher.
Yeah, she was.
No, JP and Pat and Mike from M&M Prospecting, and we're no slouches either, but I just couldn't pass her up. I mean, she's one of the great guests because she knows about it, almost everything about the community because she does it all.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Anything I asked her, she could answer, and it was just fantastic.
And she's had some nice commercials there. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to interview people like Me Miner from up in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been watching Me Miner for years. I mean, I've had one-on-one conversations with him, and he's a great person and well knowledgeable, and he's willing to share that knowledge. So if you have a question or something, you could ask him. And when she had him on, that was just like, heck yeah, that was awesome.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to say, I was excited to know that she was coming. So,
Absolutely.
Then Pat and her know each other, so Pat popped up and helped out a big time.
Oh, that was awesome. Because when you said anybody got any questions, my first thought was that raincoat she was doing with all the stickers. It was like, I wanted to know about the progress on that.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know about the raincoat thing.
Yeah, she started that over a year ago, and just covering the raincoat with the stickers from the different channels. And now she says it's like 99% full, and she's been putting other stickers in albums. And so, if you filled up a jacket and now you've got to go to albums, you've made a lot of contacts, you've made a lot of friends.
Yep.
You're definitely big into the community.
Going in the right direction. Yep.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Most definitely.
Ooh.
That's right, Rock Butcher.
Hey.
I'm a night owl too, Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Know
my
all about
it was about 2:00 last night when we finally said goodnight, and then we sat around and bullshit to watch hockey and whatnot till almost 3 in the morning. And I just said, "Oh, I can't be doing this every night. I ain't gonna make it if I keep it up." Too hard on my old butt.
You said hard on.
And
I
butt
did.
at the same
and
time.
butt. All in the same sentence.
He said, hard on my
See how I
butt.
strung that in there,
Yeah.
But no, Deej is an awesome one because it doesn't matter what site you're in. If Deej is there, she's saying hi to you. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
she,
Yeah, she's
Nice.
she always pops in over at my place and everybody else's. I mean,
Mhm.
she's a big part of the community.
Yeah.
Lots of communities, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Well,
like we were
hey, when
saying earlier, it's hard to keep up with everybody. None of us are perfect at it. You subscribe to so many people and you can only watch so many videos, and then life gets in the way, so people just got to be understanding when they say, "Oh, Park Rat hasn't commented on one of my videos in a month." Well, you're just one of the people whose videos I haven't commented on in a month. Sorry.
I haven't watched one of your damn videos in a month. How the hell am I going to comment?
Yeah, or if I do watch, I always leave the thumbs up. That's
Oh, yeah,
that's a
always.
big thing. Before a video even starts, I hit that thumbs up, so at
Me
least
too.
that metric is there.
Yep. 'Cause I'm bad about commenting. I forget. I got so many videos, like I said, you got to watch like 10 of them in a row. So now that was done, give it a like. That was done, give it a like. And then I go back and I think, oh shit, I should have commented. But
Yeah.
on to the
Like you
next
say,
one.
if you're watching on TV, you don't have that ability to comment at the same time.
No. It's tough, but
And they seem to come in spurts. Like, a lot of people are putting out videos in the evening. There'll be times during the day that I'm just looking for something to watch on YouTube because I got a few minutes in between my next thing I've got to do. I'm like, well, dang, I've done watched everything there was already put out, So
me too.
during this busy summertime season, it might benefit people to put something out early morning, mid lunch. People were on their lunch break, sitting there for 30 minutes to an hour. If yours is popping up at that time, like Pat said, you start at the top and then work your way down. And when you run out of time, you're out of time. So
and run with shorter videos. I like putting out 20 to 25-minute videos, but like right now, again, everybody's busy. Time is limited. Like my next video coming out is 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's about a commercial break from a normal show. So pretty much anybody could sit through that.
Yeah, 10, 11 minutes, possibly 15 sometimes, if you got a little extra content.
In the wintertime, it's different because so many people aren't putting out videos because they can't get out into tech. So then, us guys in Florida and the warmer climates, we're a little bit freer to put out those longer videos just because there's not as much to watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm still impressed that as many people as I pull for my Monday nights, you know, just because I'm on Monday nights, but yet, you know, Shane has built Monday night or Monday digs into such an incredible thing for the community.
Mhm.
You know, I'm appreciative that everybody comes over and stops by my channel too, from the detecting community and the magnet
Mhm.
fishing, and you know, we do a little bit of it all, you know. So
Yeah.
it's always an honor to have everybody come over and hang out. So
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get a raid from another channel. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It really
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Deej is saying 9 to 13 minutes for most of her videos, unless they're exceptional. And you know, that's the thing too. A lot of people who watch videos but don't make videos don't understand what it takes to make a 9-minute video.
yeah,
You know, I
the
mean,
editing.
I was all day in the field and I got 11 minutes worth of material. You know, and then the production and the editing and getting it uploaded and building the thumbnail, and you know, there's a lot that goes into that video.
yeah. Just playing around with the thumbnail takes an hour or so. I mean,
Oh yeah. Yep.
to perfect it, you know.
I know. I'll be working on my thumbnail later tonight and try to get my video ready to go in the morning. Ooh.
That's why I chose to do live streams instead. Once a week live stream. That way I don't have the editing. I don't have to worry about other equipments. I don't have to worry about this, that, and the other thing. Just
Mhm.
get on there and do it and call it good. You know what I mean? But like Deej says, she likes to edit. That's one of her favorite things to do. That's cool. Me, I don't know nothing about it. So I don't know what it entails, but I'm sure it's a lot of work.
It does take a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting familiar with your editing app is huge, you know. Like I just
Mhm.
switched editing apps, so I'm back at the beginning again, trying to learn how to throw all this together and find where my
Yep.
content's at, so I can pull it over. And
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
happened to me twice now that I've gotten used to the app I'm using. Everything's going wonderful. And they change the app up, or they try to make everything a paid version. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm out of here. Let me find a new app to work with. And you got to start all over again.
Yeah.
yeah, I do most of my editing on the phone as well, Deej.
Yeah.
You know, it's just convenient.
Yeah,
It's
because
always with you.
it would be a pain in the butt to transfer everything from the phone to the computer, you know, and I don't like hooking up my phone to the computer because then it just automatically wants to do things from your phone, and oh, we'll move your contacts here and do this. And no. I don't need my phone connected to anything that way. So I just prefer to do it all from the phone.
Well, the worst part about that too is you get your phone downloading to your computer. Your computer doesn't recognize half the stuff your phone can do. You know, and it gets confused.
Well, I don't know. I think sometimes the phone and the computer are in cahoots, you know, and I don't need the computer taking things off my phone that I don't want off my phone. It's like, oh, you're set
Exactly.
up for automatic this. I don't want automatic anything. You know?
Yeah. No, thank you.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Boys, I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah.
All right,
Not
Chris.
even 8 o'clock yet.
Good to see you. Thanks for the great
Thanks for
interview.
stopping, Frank. Appreciate
Sorry I had
it.
to miss part of it.
Well, have fun with your chickens. Don't choke them.
Yeah, I'm not going to choke no chicken.
Okay.
I think he's attached already.
Oh, they're just so funny, though. It's like, why the hell you guys think I'm a mother hen or something? All right, boys. Have a good night.
See
You too.
you
Thanks,
Later.
man. Yeah,
Thanks,
bro.
Deej.
They're thinking if we make him love us, then he won't eat us.
Nice try. We'll eat you anyway.
That's it. What are we having for dinner tonight? Little Stoopy. Oh, I liked him.
You like him even better now.
Well, we got less than 6 minutes left. We'll be at the 2.5 hour mark with 14 people left. I'm a happy camper.
Oh yeah.
Thank each and every one of you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. I am gonna get out of here too.
Yeah, we're gonna
Let
shut her
this
down here.
fire die down and get my happy ass inside. Turn on the baseboard heat. Cuddle up next to it. And let the shower run for 40 minutes until the bathroom's warm enough to walk in. Do my nightly ritual.
The 5
Yeah,
S's.
I don't blame you.
Dude, I got so many blankets on the bed. She came up there to do something and she's like, it looks like you're sleeping under a mattress. And it's like, I wish I was. You know?
Yeah.
Remember, I'm used to having a 110-pound dog beside me throwing off some heat. You know?
Don't have no dogs up there, huh?
Oh, she's got a little bitty dog named Minnie. It's like a hand warmer with a tongue.
Yeah.
He definitely ain't gonna help you survive a cold night.
Nope. That ain't gonna do it.
Well, Pat must have left his little heater at home.
Yes, I did, unfortunately.
He wished he had that.
You know, and then there's little heaters here, but she's like, we'll just throw more wood in the stove. That doesn't help me on the 3rd floor.
No.
Okay? It don't make it up there. I don't care that, there's a floor vent in the bathroom. It's like, I can put my face right over that vent and feel nothing. It don't make it that far. If you sleep in the living room or the dining room, you're cool. It's awesome. But everything else in the house to me is just freaking cold.
You might have to pass out on the couch one night.
Oh, dude, I'm thinking about it. And she keeps asking me, why don't you put your sodas in the refrigerator? It's like, not necessary.
Yeah,
It's just not. I got them on the counter next to the window. One of them had frost on it this morning. It's like, you know, but only like one thin layer of your Mountain Dew was frozen on the outside. Yeah, I don't feel the need for a refrigerator.
Welcome to my nightmare, yeah.
Yep. I could probably leave a glass of milk on the counter and still have it cold in the morning.
Well, I used to tell people that when I was in the Navy in California that I was from the Great White North up by the Canadian border. Oh, is it bad up there? I said, yeah, you have to walk backwards when you pee outside or it'll freeze right up to you. I told him I quit writing my name in the snow. He said, why? I said, because it got me in trouble. A buddy of mine came out and saw my name written in the snow, but it was in his girlfriend's handwriting.
I'm gonna have to use that.
Please.
Yeah. I don't know what a goose down duvets is, but I'll look them up.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is either.
Yeah, it must be something fancy.
It's got to be a Canadian thing.
Yeah,
I've
could
never
be.
heard of duvet before. Sounds French Canadian to me.
Maybe it's just a fancy word for, quilt or comforter or something like that.
With all the Canadian geese they have, I'm sure they're trying to find a way to use the feathers.
Yeah, see, it's a quilt. That's what he says. See,
Duvet.
This is what happens when you got friends that own library cards. They throw out words to confuse you.
I don't remember the last time I took my library card out of my wallet. It's been a while.
I had one in there so long. It was the old kind that had the little metal tag on it. When I took it out of the wallet, you could still see the numbers where it had pressed in.
When they're shaking their head looking at you going, when's the last time you were in a library, son?
Well, I don't know. I didn't even know our town had a library. And my brother's like, it's that building we hang out behind and smoke. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, that one's full of books? No, what do you know? All kinds of words and stuff. Jeez.
I never went inside. I mean, what am I going to do with a smart chick? Oh, oof. Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
My wife told me when I go to Walmart because we're in the kind of area, something else I didn't know existed. She's like, look for electric socks. I'm like, electric socks? Apparently they have battery powered socks that'll keep your feet warm.
Yeah.
Oh, and
And it's like,
battery powered gloves and everything. Yeah.
Jacket.
Hell, dude, I need to be looking me some battery powered underwear.
Find you
There
some
you go.
muckalucks. Those are the warmest socks you'll ever put on your feet.
Mm.
Yeah. Tell you get the bill for paying for them. Holy Christ.
Well, you know, what price can you put on warmth?
Oh, geez.
From
Dude,
where I'm from,
right now, I'd trade the Tarsace for 80 degrees. That's all I'm asking. You could have the detector. You could have everything I've found. I just want to sit around in shorts like a real man. Damn, these pants suck.
Always pulling hairs out, right? That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh, and
Well,
it's
all right, if you're
pronounced
gonna-
duvia.
if you're going to call it a night, Pat, we're going to just shut her down and go to the after party and sit around and BS. So if you want to come back, you got the link. It's there.
All right. Sounds good to me, brother.
All right. Well, everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Nah,
Thanks,
YouTube.
everybody.
Bye,
Thank you,
YouTube.
Beej, if you're still
And
here.
you too. Yeah.
Appreciate you
Good night,
guys. See you next week, hopefully.